Hey now, what is up everybody? My name is Mike Brown, aka ReviewKingMB, and I just got back from a screening after seeing The Predator. The Predator is a 2018 film that was written and directed by Shane Black. Yes, that Shane Black. Not just the Shane Black who wrote and directed such great films like Lethal Weapon and The Nice Guys, Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, but he also acted in the original Predator film. So I was very curious. I was very interested to see what he would do with his own Predator movie, bringing his sense of humor and sensibilities to it. But I'll be honest, I was also very apprehensive. I was also down on this movie going into it because I thought the trailers looked like shit, if I'm being honest. The plot is very simple. I'm going to be so non-spoiler with the synopsis. The Predator shows up on Earth and causes some fucking damage. He wrecks some shit. Now, what I think of The Predator is, honestly, I enjoyed this film. I did, and I'm very surprised. It's just, I had a lot of fun. I thought the Predator itself was used well and intimidating and scary and used effectively, seriously, which is stuff that I was nervous about. And the sense of humor blended well together. Our main character, Quinn McKenna, is played by Boyd Holbrook, who I remember as the villain in Logan, and he's been in a few other stuff. I thought he was really good here. He might have come off in the trailers as, oh, he's trying too hard to be macho, but I thought he pulled it off. He carried that role well. He has his son that he's looking out for, played by Jacob Tremblay, who I saw the trailers and I saw that a kid was involved, a kid messing around with Predator technology, and I thought, what are we doing? Why are we doing this? Why are we involving kids? And there were some scenes with Jacob that I thought, maybe you didn't really need all of that, but still, it made sense. It did. He worked well in the story when he had to. Olivia Munn is in the film as a scientist, which some people will laugh at, some people will scoff at and say, yeah, right, Olivia Munn. I never really thought bad of her, like, in general. I don't think she's a bad actress. I think she's fine. She's good in this movie as well. And you have this big group of cast of characters that Boyd Holbrook has to team up with to take down the Predator. Trevante Rhodes, who I remember being in the film Moonlight a couple years ago. He's really good in this movie. I really liked him. Keegan-Michael Key, who I see in the trailers, and he's making all these jokes and these wacky movements, and I think, okay, he's going to be over the top. He's going to be the annoying one. And I'm not saying every single joke made me laugh, but there was actually some really good jokes with him that made me laugh pretty hard. Thomas Jane, I want to mention, because Thomas Jane, I love. I do. I miss him being the lead in action movies, because I feel like I don't see that anymore. He's not just a side character, but the big thing with him is that he has Tourette's, and that's sort of the joke with him. And sure, I laughed a couple times, but I still thought he could have been a bigger role in this. Or he gets some badass moments, but again, could have been more. Sterling K. Brown is a government agent who does what he does. I just like this actor. I like seeing him branch out into movies. And the Predator itself, this is what we're really caring about. At least this is what I care about. Sure, the humor is there. It's a fun film. You're going to have fun and actually like these characters that you're following along. So that's important. But the Predator itself, I was impressed with seeing more of its weaponry, of its ships, of some of maybe its technology and its mythology. Just, they delved not too deep, not so much where they explained everything, but they definitely gave you a sense of what's going on in their race. A lot of stuff that the previous movies have touched on, but I feel like this movie took some of those ideas, expanded it, and did some cool stuff with it. But the one thing that is in the trailer, so this isn't a spoiler, is there is a super predator. Super predator. It's huge. It's ginormous. It's like 12 feet tall or whatever the fuck. And that is the only part in the movie where I not lost interest or checked out, but it's just to me, it's too big. To me, it's CGI. I want the Predator in a suit. A guy in a suit as the Predator. That's the more scary version of a Predator. Obviously, the studio or Shane Black thought, hey, bigger is better, and that's how you're going to get people in the theater. You didn't have to do that. I didn't think so. But it also didn't ruin the movie. I could have done without it, but it did not ruin the movie. If I'm going to rate this film, I'm going to give it a good date movie. So guys, obviously I enjoyed this movie a hell of a lot more than I was expecting, and that's almost a triumph in and of itself. It's not perfect. If you don't like it, I won't argue with you, believe me. Let me know in the comments below if you too have seen The Predator. What did you think of it? Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Later!